千里之行，始于足下。A journey of 1,000 miles begins beneath the feet. We now gather in the Tao to travel the journey together. Welcome to Tao Talks with Derek Lin, where we take a deep dive into the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu. I would like to extend a warm welcome to you. Thank you for joining us. I would like to invite you to center your thoughts and direct your attention to this moment in time, to the here and now, to be fully present and mindfully aware as we all ready ourselves for the sacred process in the Tao with one another. So bring everything together that we have learned, starting with the image of a sage in quiet contemplation and observation of nature. Now, in the distance, there are mountains in this image. This is the first connection. Humanity, you and I, we must live and work within the constraints of Earth. We live in places with conditions favorable to us. So imagine perhaps in a valley, the valley is shielding us from cold weather, providing fertile soil, with a river running through the middle of it, flowing streams of melted snow from the surrounding mountains that feed into it. So that imagery is something that is recurring in the Tao. So this is the part that we say humans follow the earth. Then there's the sky. The sky with the clouds and the sun represents heaven. It also includes the winds, the rain, the weather. And beyond the sky, we see the sun, we know there's also the moon and the stars. And today, we know that much of what we see in the night sky can be planets, stars, even galaxies. This is the second connection. We know the Earth is going through changes in response to the heavenly transitions like seasons. But not just seasons. The most immediate transition that the ancients noted was day into night and night back into day. Even with that transition on a daily and nightly basis, the myriad things react accordingly. Many creatures like humans go from activity during the day to resting at night. But then there are also nocturnal creatures who are the reverse. And even before we get to the changing of seasons, there's the changing weathers. That is also another example where we follow the earth and the earth follows heaven. When the weather changes, we change our behavior and response. When it rains, we're much more likely to stay home. When it is sunny, we're more likely to engage in outdoors activities. And also, beyond the changing of seasons, in the very long duration, hundreds, thousands, millions of years, we know the landscape changes, sculpted by the weather, which are celestial forces. So that's the other connection. The earth follows heaven, So then the sage contemplates the heavenly Tao. This is the third connection. Heaven follows the Tao. Therefore, we're saying that there's a way of heaven. Heaven has a certain way about it. It is the unseen forces behind it all, holding everything together. In modern science, we may say, well, gravity fits that description. Universal gravitational force. The other aspect of it is what the ancients would think of as a universal kind of choreography. That is to say, everything happens at just the right time, not a moment sooner or later. That is the timing of heaven. All of these are the Tao, like clockwork. Heaven follows all of that with precision. And as the sage contemplates all of that, it is the great Tao that includes everything, all things in nature. This is the final connection from the Tao to nature, back to the Tao itself. Because Tao and nature are synonymous. Nature includes the myriad things. The myriad things include human beings. Therefore, the connectedness of all things in existence is essentially yet another manifestation of the great circle that we talked about. So, the last line by Lao Tzu is basically an encapsulating statement for all of the above. The Tao follows the laws of nature. Our meeting has come to an end, but the journey continues on. Until next time, may the Tao fill you with peace and happiness.